think it's a phenomenal, very much needed effort to help individuals go around the autism spectrum of any age. I mean, it's even though it's geared toward younger age, there's numerous instances of older children and young adults on autism who could benefit from the better understanding and better communicating their emotions. You know, I spent 10 years working at the CEO of the Autism Society of America. One of the greatest frustrations I had was when a parent had a need and you couldn't meet it. And I also knew there was a tremendous amount of calls of parents who said, I just don't know what my son needs or what he or she is thinking or what he or she wants. And I'm worried and I want to help them. And I always equate that to, for most of us who are parents, we when our children, no matter autistic or not, were infants and they were crying and they wouldn't stop crying. You wanted to help them, but they couldn't tell you because they were nonverbal or whatever at 6, 7 months that they were hurting, that they were in pain or they were tired. And that's such a frustration to a parent. What EmotiPlay does is it helps you understand what your son or daughter with autism is experiencing and how best to deal with it. And when you talk about therapists and professionals, it's an amazing app because you could use it on site with the child one-on-one. You could encourage homework by the parent and the individual. It's fun to use. It's easy to use. It's responsive to how young kids use the internet to learn and apps to learn. I mean, how many people listening to this have children with 20 apps on their iPad that are anywhere from learning how to count, learning how to read. This is an app that people want to use and it's effective. You know, with respect to therapists, they got a real difficult task and they do wonderful, wonderful work each and every day. And the ability to give them a tool that could really expand and advance their client on better communicating emotions is wonderful. Plus, I would argue that once you start getting someone to express their emotions, much more comes after that. You're developing the bond between the child and the parent or caretaker or whatever, where the child realizes that if they could communicate their need to address an emotion and the parent helps, then the child starts seeing more and more of, okay, if I communicate my needs, they'll be addressed. Same thing with the therapist. You know, would the therapists love it when they accomplish training and teaching something new? We all do. We all want to teach someone new in what we have. So it's very good. And it's also, you know, in the way insurance and everyone pays for things for therapy, you have to do so much in so little time. You know, they'll pay you for 4 hours and it takes 6 hours. Well, this is a proven successful app that works. And I would argue that it works a lot quicker than the traditional approach many people have had to use. It's one of many tools. It doesn't replace the one-on-one interaction a therapist or a professional has with an individual. But isn't it great when a parent could sit with their child and learn from each other through an app? You know, I've encouraged parents to use this app. The ones I know who have used it say glowing things about it. They say they could hug their son and their daughter when they're fearful. They're teaching their children now how when not to be fearful or how to deal with their fears. Every parent wants to do that, and with autism, there's a uniqueness in how you have to get your child and to understand and communicate. This does it. So why would anyone not want to do it? And it also is technology. Technology is king. It's our future. And I commend you guys. You know, and finally, anything that has Tony Atwood's name on it and Temple Grandin's support of it, it's going to be damn good. Those are professionals that I have tremendous respect for, who get it as good as anyone, who've been around longer than I've been in the autism community. So they've seen the history of how things get done. And for them to say, this is the right tool, this is the right way to teach emotions. Who am I to even challenge or question that? They're experts. But I could just tell you, everyone I know who's used it, everything I know, I wish it was available 30 some years ago for my son.